Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another sales recap video where I'm going to share with you the financials on all of the stuff that I sold on eBay, how much money that brought in. It was a tremendous week. The ebb and flow of eBay is just crazy. Last week I was just questioning how the eBay algorithm works, selling only 3 or 4 items over the weekend, and then we get into this week and it just went off. It was bonkers bananas. So let's get into the financials and take a closer look. Okie dokie, we're looking at July 3rd to July 11th, 2022. Total sales, $1,279. As you can see, that's up 117% over the week prior. This is just a week. Those numbers are just crazy. I was just sitting around on Sunday and Saturday too. It was kind of the same thing. Every couple of minutes it'd be ding, cha-ching, sold. You get a notification on your phone. Really weird. I'm not complaining at all. It's just kind of odd how there's just this ebb and flow because it wasn't like I listed a bunch of new stuff and that's the stuff that sold. So who knows? I would have thought that July 4th weekend would have been a much bigger weekend for sales. But in fact, the weekend after July 4th was a bigger weekend, at least for me, for sales. So whatever. So with selling comes fees. We had $383.94 worth of shipping and fees that we paid into eBay for a total net sales of $815.67. That's my payday. That's coming this week. In a couple of days, I get paid out every week. That's amazing. That is really incredible. I need to tuck that money away and not spend it all on flipping Pokemon cards. But, it is what it is. So 29 items sold. Average sell price per item, $44. That's up almost 100%. We sold $84.49 worth of stuff via auction. That's up. Via fixed price, that's, basically everything. That's basically essentially that number right there. So once again, all first-time buyers, no repeat buyers. Repeat buyers apparently just do not matter on eBay. I went to the trouble of creating a coupon for 10% off anything in my store for anybody that ordered anything within the last 30 days or later. Sent that out to everyone, and nobody wanted a coupon, apparently. At least not for 10% off. That didn't draw them in, but still bonkers bananas numbers. I do like to see this. Toys and hobbies, video games, and then clothing's way there down on the list because I'm just not buying that much clothing anymore. I did sell a pair of sandals, so that made it make the list. But still continuing to sell off some stuff and things in the Lego verse. I think the big sales this week were probably some used Lego sets. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. So here's a little better breakdown of the fees that I paid and the shipping that I paid. So the total selling cost, $383. eBay fees, they got $156. $227 went to shipping. So you're welcome, USPS. And now down here on this list, I figured I would just start using this list. I might as well instead of the previous list that I used to use because this one actually tells me what I got in net sales after all of that other stuff. So we'll just go from this. Old lot of Nolan Ryan cards. This was one of the first things that I listed on my eBay store way back in January. Finally sold for a whopping $1 plus shipping. My total take home on this was $1.25. Again, another really old item, Memorex DVD Plus R's, brand new spindle. My take home on this was just a little bit over $5. Wii console has all of the things. It was the black Wii console. The take home on this was about $50 after fees and shipping. That doesn't factor in what I paid for the unit, which I guess I probably bought this one brand new many, many years ago, but it's an extra one, so I was glad to part ways with it. And I'm really surprised that Wii's are just not selling for more than that. This thing was listed for a long time, white on white background, but we just kept going down and down and down. Finally found a buyer at $60. These were annoying, my gosh. White on white background, Brooks running shoes, $3 these sold for. $3! So that's not great. So what that tells me is that I need to be choosy whenever I go out and about and I find Brooks. Whenever I first got into resale, I thought, oh, Brooks? If I find Brooks, I'm in the money big time. I mean, these do have some very slight cosmetic issues right there. This is not something that would really take down the value on these shoes. I mean, they're worn, they're used, but yeah. I kind of figured they were worth more than $3, but apparently not. I went to the trouble of creating this fancy pants auction where you can select a different game from the drop down and it comes up with the specific price for that. I did finally sell one of them, $3 plus shipping. I had about a quarter into it, so not a bad profit, but it took a long time to figure out how to do this. And now that I've not done it again, like I would have to stumble through creating this kind of listing again in the future. So I can see the value in having this kind of listing, but the amount of time that it took for me to get it laid out to where you could, go in the bundle, select a different game, and then it would go to that specific spot with the picture. It took a little bit of time, so probably wouldn't do that again, but it is what it is. Here's another item that I thought I had really hit the money when I found them, a boxed set, like large matching box set of Game of Thrones books. I paid $6 for these at Goodwill, and they sold for a measly $10 plus shipping. The shipping cost more than the books did. So these, another case of me enabling free shipping, and I didn't adjust the price, so that's good. So they did pay my full asking price, but there was like $7 or $8 worth of shipping there. I only had a quarter into the jeans, so Gitano, I guess I need to be on the lookout for those. I would take $10 for a pair of jeans profit every day of the week. Another pair of shoes that I thought I hit an absolute home run on, but they only sold for $15 plus shipping. Adidas trail shoes. They look cool, I thought, but yeah, just not all that valuable, I guess. So when I originally bought these Ariat jeans, I bought 2 pairs of them, and they're brand new. They'd never been worn. I think they still had the tags on them, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, it says new without tags. I don't know how I determined they were new. Who knows? But I paid $2 a pair for each one of them. The first pair I listed I listed both pairs on Poshmark, and one of them sold really quick. This pair is cursed. Same size, same everything, and I just could never sell it. So down and down and down with the price. Finally sold for $22.50 plus shipping. This was bizarro. I don't know. I don't really know what happened with this listing, but I knew that the shipping was going to be very expensive. I paid $22.50 for the shipping, but they paid like $40-something for the shipping and the $27. So all in total, they paid like $80 for this thing. And I've got 2 more of them. So if you need another one of those, I'd be more than happy to ship you one of those. I got them at a yard sale for $5 a piece, so that was a pretty good flip. But the shipping, a little bit of an annoyance. All I did was get 2 of the priority mail boxes, the long ones, the bigger size, and just like Frankenbox them together. It wasn't a big deal. Personal item flippy flops that I had for, I don't know, like maybe 2 years. Really didn't wear them a whole lot. Probably paid around $15 to $20 for them. Wore them, flipped them for $9. Not bad. Yes, another purse from the grand experiment of buying a bunch of purses for cheap and seeing what will sell. I paid $1 for this purse, sold it for $7.20 plus shipping. Not bad. A couple other personal items that I parted ways with here. A couple of Under Armour hats. The gray one was like not in the most beautiful of condition, but they both sold for $10.80 plus shipping. I'm a little worried about this one. I hope that it makes it to my buyer intact. I put it in a bubble mailer. I thought about maybe put it in a box, but it didn't really seem like it needed to. But then, like, I got it all packaged up, and I was like, ooh, regrets. I probably should have put this in a box. So fingers crossed it makes it to the buyer. I tested it out. It works. I should have pulled the batteries out of it during shipment because after I got it packaged up in the bubble mailer, it started making noise. So, yeah, we'll see about that one. A cordless travel water pick. I didn't even know that something like this existed. I paid $2 for it. It sold for $18 plus shipping. Chacos. I finally sold a pair of these, $31.50 plus shipping. I think I paid $5 for these, so not too bad. Heavens to Betsy, I need to relist this because I've got 2 more of these. I picked these up on Walmart clearance back in January, I think. And yeah, finally sold one. I only paid $5 for them. $10 plus shipping. Lego set here that I picked up at Goodwill for $2, sold for $10 plus shipping. Nike Golf Polo, bought this at Goodwill many months back for $4, sold for $11 plus shipping. Don't ever buy any more white shirts, Ronald, because you're going to find at least one stain on them. There's just no doubt. This is a neat find at the flea market where I've got my booth at. A vendor had this for $4. It's a Yahtzee board game from, I think the 70s is when it's from. I got a picture of that. Where's that at? Yeah, there we go. At the bottom of the score sheet, 1972 is whenever this Yahtzee game is from. So it was not listed very long. I'm pretty sure that it had never been used. Like the dice were still in there. It was in really good shape, $25 plus shipping. Sold the last of my blank hats. I got a lot of 6 with these really very interesting bills. They're blanks. They're brand new. They sold for $20 plus shipping. Big money maker of the week. I sold my downtown diner. It did have the issue of the base plate cracking on both ends. Look at that. That's like not great. So I taped it up. There was a person that messaged me and asked if I would take $280 because apparently to replace the base plate it's like $20, and I said absolutely I will. I sent them the offer. They accepted it. Bada bing, bada boom. They've got themselves a downtown diner, and I've got $300 in my pocket. Very satisfying sell here. I picked this up for $2 recently at a thrift store. I got 2 of them, brand new Bacon Wave, new in the box, sold for my full asking price of $24 plus shipping. That same day, I went to a different thrift store and found this clay baker. It's of German style, I guess, judging upon the name there, and it sold for $20 plus a lot of shipping. Bubble wrapped it in saran wrap, like all of the wrapping. I don't think I've gotten feedback back on this yet, but I'm going to take that as a good sign that it arrived safe and sound to my buyer. Amazing flip. $1 I paid for this. It's a micro transistor radio. So there's the little unit. It came with an old earbud that you could plug in. Look at the plug on that thing. Isn't that cool? And then a couple little carrying cases. $39.99 plus shipping. Paid $1 for it. Woohoo! If you guys watched my recent thrift haul video, I had a moment of indecision about this pair of shoes. I really like the styling, vintage Reebok shoes. They just remind me of summers at the lake. Tried them on. They didn't feel super good, so I wound up selling them, and they sold really quickly for my full asking price of $25 plus shipping. Weird one here. A couple weeks back, I had a thumbnail, and it was something to the effect of eBay canceled my bid or something like that. So like this lot of tapes sold to somebody, they paid for it, and before I was able to get it to the post office, eBay messaged me and said, "Don't ship it. We suspect fraudulent activity." I was like, okay, that's weird. Fast forward 2 or 3 weeks, the person messages me that bought these tapes and said, "Are you going to ship these?" And I said, "Well, here's a screenshot. eBay told me not to ship them." And they were like, "Huh, that's very odd. Well, I would still like them if you want to sell them." So eBay deleted my listing. There was no evidence of it at all. I couldn't just relist it, so I had to go and get pictures of it again and relist it from scratch. So I did. I sent them that listing. They bought it. It's on its way to them. Hopefully everything is on the up and up here. Very, very odd situation. The other big money maker of the week, $110 plus shipping for this Lego set. I just don't do the Lego anymore. I'm just not into it. This did come with a minifigure at one point that's like a $30 or $40 minifigure. I did not have it, and I advertised that right there, so hopefully they saw that. It was complete otherwise. It came with the booklet, and I was really happy to get $110 because brand new, you could get one of these for $180 with free shipping. So I don't know. What would you do? Personally, I would go for the brand new one with the minifigure, with all the parts organized, but to each their own. I will take it. This was only listed for a day too, so it sold quick. Last but not least, the question of the week. Did I do a good thing here, or did I mess up royally? This is a Pokemon card, and I was just sorting through my bulk cards, trying to put cards into binders, and I was like, well, why doesn't this card have a number? Well, come to find out, that is an error card. So this was printed in error. You can see that half of it is wiped off of the card there. And I went and looked for comps. I could find this exact card with the exact issue listed. Auction price starting at $1, buy it now price at $100. About 2 hours after I listed the card, somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, would you consider taking $75 for your card if you ended it right now?" And I was thinking, and I was like, this could be worth like thousands of dollars, and I have no idea. But then I was like, you know what? You just found $75 on the sidewalk. Freaking sell the card. Wash your hands of it. Move on. So that's what I did. But did I mess up? Did I mess up? I don't think that error Pokemon cards like this, of very common generic characters, are worth a ton of money. To the right collector, they're worth $75. But let me know what you guys think. Did I mess up, or did I do really good by selling a common, basically 1 cent Pokemon card for $75? So that'll wrap it up, folks. Be sure you let me know how I did on that Pokemon card. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy buying, happy selling. We'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.